Supporting Hawaii's teachers with the integration of standards, curriculum, and technology, this is eTech Connections. Outside In shows technology making it easy to bring a real-time scientific learning experience from the outside world into the classroom. Kid Science can be as easy as an interactive televised classroom event or enhanced as a technology-based project of even larger scope and dimension. Here's television host Patty Miller, along with classroom teacher Erlene Tom and her students with the details.
I've been using Kid Science since it started. It was a new program and it was technology.
Kid Science is produced by the Hawaii Department of Education. It is an interactive science program that is delivered directly into classrooms live via television.
It teaches you science and math.
From my past experience, if you're a beginning teacher, if you're not good in science, it's a good way to get yourself involved. It's a good way to interact with somebody that's knowledgeable. It's a good way to build a background.
Kid Science was originally started to help supplement science programs within the schools.
They show interesting things. Look, I'm squid.
So we had access to things that we normally wouldn't have in the classroom.
Part of it is taking advantage of the television, and the tools that you have to deliver is much greater via television than what you have as a teacher in the classroom. But you don't have that connection in the same way with the kids. You cannot see them. You don't know what they're doing. So to hear the kids on the phone and have the kids interact with me was great, because it's like, oh, they get what I'm saying and understand what it is.
For instance, in today's program, she's able to go to Coconut Island and show us UH studies where we can't do that with the younger students here, with the elementary.
We can move out to other parts of the island, and the cameras are then connected to a microwave system. And this microwave system then sends the signal back to that little portable studio, and then that portable studio microwaves the signal then across the water over to the mainland on Oahu, and it's picked up by a satellite truck, and the signal is then sent up to the satellite and pulled down then across the country. But then here in Hawaii, we have to have another satellite truck in place at KGT, which brings the signal down and puts it out into the kids here in Hawaii. So again, it's technology. It's all kinds of steps that are in there, but been able to make it work. It's been really fun. We use the internet for a lot of things, play CDs off of it, storing images that we're using within the program. I use it a lot for the interaction and have a lot of comments and questions coming to and from the kids via the internet. We're using microwave to send signals back and forth. We are using webcams where we're putting cameras out in the field or underwater. This has been a very simple thing to do once we understood the process. We also put out for different series pre and post tests so that we get a feel for whether the kids are really picking up content and understanding the concepts. I also ask the students to do a lot of projects related to what we're doing. And teachers will send me examples of the students' work, and that is another way of evaluating.
So it's just a little tiny bit that she shows us, and then they get more involved. So they have a more in-depth study than, say, a textbook.
Now let's cut it. You cut it? Where is it?
I produce the programs on television, but also give the teachers a teacher's guide to go with each of the lessons. And in that teacher's guide gives a description of what the TV lesson is going to be about, what the teachers themselves are going to need to collect as far as materials for the kids to do the activities. The standards for each lesson are listed in there. And then I try to also provide some pre and post activities for the teachers to do with the kids. Technology can be kind of scary, and the idea of teaching on television or using these new things tends, I think, scare most of us off. And I think you have to get out there and you've got to give it a chance, because until you try this, and it's probably true with all technology, try a little thing first. See how it works and understand what works and what doesn't, because it doesn't all work, and grow from there. But don't stop just because it doesn't work the first time, or we wouldn't have gotten anywhere with this whole process.
It's a real great way to learn, because some of us are not good at science at all. And when you teach science from a book, it's just boring. Where this is more hands-on. They're doing and they're touching. They get excited.
It's fun. You can learn what's inside.
They like being able to see the stuff on television. And again, it's what I try to do that a classroom teacher can't do is to, there's things we can do via television because of the technology that brings the kids out into the environment, brings them to the subject matter that a classroom teacher just cannot do. And that's, I think, what the kids get the most out of on this. We are teaching a lesson on television, and as a television teacher, you have to remember that your audience is the students, and you are teaching. You are not performing a television extravaganza.
An eTech Connections thank you to Earlene Tom, Patty Miller, and the students and Kids Science staff for sharing the valuable learning experiences gained by using technology to bring the outside world into the classroom. We encourage you to explore the resources provided on the eTech Connections website with links to the wide variety of Kids Science projects, downloads, lesson plans, schedules, contact information, and more. In addition, feel free to explore our website at hawaii.edu/etech-connections for other overview and feature videos, tutorials, tips on getting grants, meeting standards, and more. Outside In has been a Lei Aloha production of the Educational Technology Department, College of Education, University of Hawaii.